Hey guys, so it's not the best day out, obviously, as you can tell. It's a lot windier up here on the hill than it is down the valley. So figured show you guys. So you all know that we had a little mishap with the vacuum pump, so I'm up here working on it since it's not a good sap day, so I don't have to worry about it running. Plan is to kind of revamp it. To get some room, I took the stock tank out. So come on in. So my plan is, oops, covered you guys. Ha! So the plan is get you over yonder. There's a lot of nice places to hold a camera around here, I guess. Little hideaway spots. So there. So plan is, because this vibrates so bad, I'm gonna try to find a piece of metal and then mark it out, drill holes for both the vacuum pump and the motor, bolt them to the plate, and then we're going to bolt the plate to this, and we're going to put rubber gaskets underneath that plate. So this way, if this starts to vibrate, the two can vibrate together in unison, and then hopefully it won't make this whole building shake, because if you've come and visited lately, it shakes and rattles and rolls. So that's what I'm up to today. I got the vacuum all this unhooked, and here I'll show you guys this. So this is, see if I can get it in the picture. So this is how I get the vacuum from the releaser here to the moisture trap. It literally does, oh, what is that? It's a little over a 360, isn't it? No, sorry, it's over a 180. But it's just kind of neat, ain't it? A couple 90s and the natural bend of the tubing. So yeah. So I'm trying something new with the videos. Sorry about my finger there. I actually got a editor app, so I'm going to try to edit them. Hopefully make them not so many short little ones. So, but here's that controller I was telling you guys about. I don't think I showed you this yet. So, power's off to the building right now, but so this is designed. I got it set to 28, so in theory when the temperature outside hits 28, it's going to shut this pump off. And then when it gets to about 30 or so, it's going to kick it on. And there's a little wire here that I got just running out, and it's hooked over the 2x4 on the roof. So, yeah. Hey everybody, so back at the this vacuum pump project. I got the motor and pump out of the sap house and brought it down here in the shack. And I was just checking some things out, seeing what I got to do. So I found a scrap piece of flat metal. I'm guessing it's maybe 1/8 inch thick or so. So I got that. Plan is to mark it out, drill the holes for both the motor and the pump. And then I'm also I have some scrap steel over in the barn. I'm going to try to weld up a frame to weld underneath that flat piece of metal, and then bolt that whole thing to the old skid that this unit was on. So here's the unit, and I think when this was on the skid, it sat pretty much just like you see here. The pump and the motor were sitting flat on a piece of metal, and as you can see, I mean, they don't quite line up vertically just right. So that was probably definitely the problem. So hopefully when I put it on the plate, I can put some shims underneath it, get it just where it needs to be. And these Lovejoy couplings will hopefully last for a couple of years. But yeah, so some people ask me what it was. It's a gassed vacuum pump. They're made in Michigan, right there as you can see. Benton Harbor, Michigan. So, and there's so it needs oil to create the vacuum. There's the oil reservoir. It drips oil down into these two drip tubes. They go on each side of the pump on the inside. So what this looks like is a big cylinder, and it has, they look like little sheets of cardboard, honestly. And what they do is as they spin, they go around the outside and rub against this housing. And basically all you're doing is you're sucking air from that side and you're blowing it out this side. So that's that. Figure I'd show you guys that lovely fiasco. So, we'll keep going. I got the plate here. I took it home last night, cut it out. I got some measurements, and I marked it all out, getting ready to drill it. So it's kind of hard for you guys to see, but there's a pinprick hole there, 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 and there. And those are where the holes for the motor go. And then, as you can see, I got my center line here. Then I have marks there, 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 and there. And that's going to be for the vacuum pump. What my plan to do is I'm going to drill these holes for the motor. And I'm over in the barn right now. I'm going to go back over to the shack where the pump and motor are. I'm going to bolt the motor to the plate. And then I'm going to line up the pump with these holes and make sure it's all, and check to make sure everything's in line before I drill those holes, and then I'm stuck to it. So what I'm going to use to mark the holes, to put these little pinprick holes in the pump, what I got are these, it was actually a mistake. I've got these at Napa. I was looking for a punch and chisel set, and it said punch set $16, so I ordered it. And what it actually is these are designed to go through the holes of, let's say I drilled this piece of metal, and I want to put the hole, transfer the holes into another piece. I can lay this over, get the right size punch, which this is for 11/32 hole, and it'll fit nice and snug in there, and it'll actually pinprick the hole right in the center. So if you've ever done trying to line up holes, you might draw a circle and then you're hoping to get it lined up just right, but this here will do it for me. And it's a whole set. I can't tell you the sizes. It goes from real small to about an inch. So I ordered them, and I kind of felt bad, so I just kept them, but it's actually turned out to be a good mistake. So I'm going to drill these holes out and keep going at it. So I got the plate over here, and I got the motor bolted to it, and I have the vacuum pump sitting here. And yes, it's a little, the motor needs to come up a little bit, but the plan is, so if you look, I got bolts going through, and I put a nut underneath. What I'm going to do is I have this, so that's a 5/16 nut. This is a 3/8 nut. And underneath there are thin 3/8 nuts. So I measured from the bottom to the top of the lovejoys, both of them, and they are off by 5 hundredths of an inch. And I measured this 3/8 nut from the 5/16 nut, and it is 5 hundredths of an inch taller. So I should be in good shape, because my plan is these nuts, not the nuts, the bolts holding the motor to the plate, I'm going to actually weld the head to it. That way they're going to stay there, and I can take this all off, slide the 3/8 nuts over the bolt, put the motor on, bolt it all down, and it all should be hunky-dory. I'm going to do the same thing to the vacuum pump. I look down in, and I decided not to use my punch set. I'm going to just, because you can kind of see it. It's got to come ahead, but so does this. They line up pretty good. The bolts I have are 5/16, and this hole is bigger than a 5/16 hole. So I'll have play to jockey it around as I need. But I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to put the bolts on here, weld it to the plate. That way I don't have to worry about that moving. So yeah, that's that's where we're at so far. Doesn't look too bad. And then I have to, after I get these welded on, I'm going to figure out what I'm going to do for my subframe underneath this. So here it is. It's not the prettiest thing. I started out good, and the more complex I try to do it, my skill levels start to show. So, but get it in the picture. So there's, it looks like I said, it doesn't look the greatest from the welding. Here's my brace I put on the back. Again, I know it isn't pretty, but as long as it's functional, that's the main thing. So I'm gonna go grab the basic that's gonna get bolted to. I'll bring that over, figure out where I'm gonna put the mounting holes on this. Probably just mount it on there while it's over here because it'd probably be the easiest. And then I'm hoping it'll work. I'll be able to take it over, put it back in the sap house, put the pump on, put the motor on, get everything lined up, and it all should be good. We'll find out. It is so much quieter now. No vibration. We're starting to build some pressure. Well, sorry, vacuum. Where are we at? We're at, oh, about almost 19 inches. This doesn't sound too bad. Pretty smooth. A lot quieter. So much better. Plate doesn't look the greatest, but it'll work for now. See how it goes. If I don't like it, I'll put something different in. So it looks like it's going to work. It's been running for about 40 minutes or so. I just came back outside from getting warm and flipped it off, and pressure was up to about 23 inches. And from looking at the I'm going to come inside, guys, so the lighting's a little better for you. So it was 23 inches of vacuum, and I looked at the shield over the Lovejoy coupling, and I don't see much shavings from rubber shavings from like it's out of alignment. There's a very little bit, but I really didn't clean the plastic that great, so I'm hoping that's all that is. But it's not, it hasn't just disintegrated and whatnot yet, so we'll see what happens. I got it plugged into, so here is that sorry guys, temperature control I told you about. So as you can see, this is the external temperature. It says it's 25.7, and this is the set temperature at 28. So because it's at 25.7, 25.8 now, it's shut off. So what I can do is I can go out and touch the temperature probe, and it will actually go up and click on. I'm going to try to set you guys here so maybe you can see that. Yeah, there you go. Sorry about that. So yeah, that's how that works. It just warms up enough and clicks it on, and I can walk away from it. It'll shut off here in a little bit as the probe cools down. So yeah, that little endeavor's over. I hope that will last a while. Like I said to you before, it doesn't look pretty, but it needs, as long as it works, I'll be okay with it. And maybe over the summer months, change it around and try to make it look a little better, because it looks pretty bad. So, but look shouldn't really matter as long as it's functional, right? That's what they always say. So I'm gonna go pick up my mess on this. This will shut off soon, and I'm probably gonna take the dog. Wherever, oh, there he is. Take the dog for a run up on the hill. So the rest of you, have a beautiful day, and I will put this video up as soon as I can. I'm going to try that new video editor I told you guys about, and if you like it, tell me. I'll try to do more like it, and hit subscribe and all that other fun jazz they all say, right? So anyway, y'all have a good Saturday, have a good time. Hey, there it goes, shuts off, see? So have a good one.